Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy March. How you all doing? Hope you're enjoying the March energy. Getting a different vibe with the energy so far. Feel like it's going to be a crazy month. Tonight we are talking about Alien Abduction Part 2. Wasn't expecting to be doing this video, to be honest, and also I've actually found out who's behind it, and it's like, oh my god, my mind's blown. So we're going to dig into that in a minute. I wasn't expecting to do a video this week. Actually, I'd already filmed a segment last week saying no video this week because I'm really busy with clients, but I was going to put my heart chakra activation energy and the third eye activation energy small videos on YouTube to give you something to watch. However, something happened to me last week, and when I decided to do my YouTube channel, I decided whatever happens, I was going to share with you guys. If it can help one person, then I have to share. So here we are. Once again, really don't want to share something again, but we're here and I'm going to do it. But before I start, I just want just a quick update, personal update. It's my 2-year anniversary of my spiritual awakening today. I've had the best fucking 2 years of my life. And I just want to thank anyone who's been integral to my journey, to my friends, to my family, to the new soul family. I've met so many awesome people over the last 2 years. Who's just making waves in the world. Anyone who's bought a hoodie or t-shirt, my clients who I'm so in awe of every session, just doing the work and just seeing the changes is mind-blowing. So, and then anyone who follows me on Instagram or watching this video, I have so much love for you guys. So I just want to say thank you. You make my heart so full, and this is just the beginning. It's just going to get better and better. So thank you. I really appreciate you. And before I start the video, I just want to align my energy, and I just want to drop into my heart. And I just want you to feel the truth, what I'm going to say, my vibration. This is a lot, this video, so I just want you to feel my energy. And I'm in alignment with Source and the truth of what I'm talking about today. Thank you. So last Sunday night, during the night I woke up, I heard a noise in my front room. It was actually my cat. He'd kind of just had a little mini seizure. As you know, he's epileptic and he hasn't had one really. Maybe he has one a year now, compared to like before I started to heal him, he was having 3 or 4 a week. And we'd end up at the vets a lot and he would just like have a seizure and his body wouldn't move. And we was like, oh my God, this ain't really, like, is he alive? So obviously I started to heal him, and to be honest, he hasn't had many seizures the last 2 years. But he had a mini one during the night, and I had a friend staying on the Friday night and I'd been up the Saturday night. So I think his schedule is very routine. So I stayed up like Sunday to Monday night for a few hours with him just to make sure he's okay, because I adore him. I went back to bed probably about 4:30 because he'd fallen asleep. And on that Monday morning, which is not this week, last Monday, I woke up at 6 o'clock. My partner went to work about 7:20, and I was like, do you know what? I feel pretty shit basically from being up half the night. I'm just gonna have a sleep on the sofa. So I got my cat. He always sleeps here and his head's under my thing. And basically it was like 7:20 in the morning. We must have fell asleep. Next thing I know, once again, woke up, paralysis in my body. So if you've not watched my alien abduction video from Peru, maybe go back and watch that. Just a quick synopsis. I was in Peru. I was on my phone. Next thing I know, I passed out, and basically something was happening to me on the bed. I had paralysis. My body was being moved. Something was inserted into my root chakra. And then it was confirmed by Elizabeth April that actually it was aliens, even though I did get a flash. So once again, last Monday on the sofa with my cat, had paralysis all over my body. floods of panic started to wash over me, and something in my mind just washed over me like, calm down. And I was like, this has happened before, just let it run its course. So I could feel my body being moved again. Passed out, woke up again, and then I started to get pain. Even though I couldn't move my body, like I had loads of pain in my back and coming around there. And I was like, oh, like I was literally internally going, oh, it was really painful. So something washed over me to say, breathe, you're fine. So I breathed and the pain stopped. Passed out again, woke up, managed to free myself off the sofa. My poor cat, he was here. When I obviously can move my body, he must have flung halfway across the front room. And I got up and I was like, oh my God, what's just happened? So I've got a pendulum, which is like a chain with a crystal on, and you can get like a yes or no. So I was like, did I get abducted? And it swung to yes, which is like this way. And then when it's a no, mine circles. So I said, was it in a dream? Because I was like, I don't know if it's a dream or reality. And it like went round to no. So I was like, okay, so it did happen. I was like, did it happen? Did it actually physically happen? So it swung to yes. So I was like, WTF, what is going on with me? This is a third time in my life I actually remember. Obviously once when I was 6 or 7, again in Peru, which was November, and now again we're in like February, obviously because it was last week, and I was like, this is 3 times it's happened to me. Why is this happening? I don't know why this is happening to me. So to be honest, Monday morning I was kind of shaken. By Monday afternoon I kind of rolled with it, because obviously a lot of stuff's happened to me over the last 2 years. And then on Monday night, I spoke to my mum on the phone. Obviously, I told my partner and a few friends, but I actually told my mum, and my mum was really funny. She was like, as long as they bring you back, it's fine. And then she said something like, oh, congratulations anyway, which really made me laugh, because, I mean, she's obviously understands this is my journey, so she knew, obviously, it was okay and I wasn't stressed about it. But it's kind of funny when your mum says congratulations for being abducted. But it was just, yeah, it was cute. Loved that. Anyway, Tuesday, I filmed last week's YouTube video. Obviously, it wasn't really in my mind last week, and I was like, I don't want to tell you guys again that this has happened without at least some kind of confirmation or knowing, because obviously I don't look like a crazy ranting man going, I got abducted again, with no like kind of any like backup evidence. Filmed my video, wasn't really thinking about it, and then on last Tuesday afternoon I actually had a session booked. One of my friends introduced me to someone, and I don't really want to say her name because obviously I've not discussed that I was going to discuss her in the video, but let's call her Sam. So I had a session with Sam. She's a psychic intuitive, and actually I love doing things like this. So I was like, it's just like, obviously I can do that for other people and I can help them, but when it's you, it's sometimes you get really blocked. And I just kind of wanted to just see what my journey is going to look like over the next few years. So that session was booked for Tuesday, had my session with Sam, and basically obviously my question was, what does my future look like, which looks amazing. But before I got on the Zoom call with her, I was like, I think I'm going to mention what happened to me yesterday. And so obviously we started the call, and obviously I was like, hey Sam, how you doing? I want to talk about the future, but before we do that, this sounds really crazy. I mean, Sam is such a lovely, normal woman with an amazing gift, but I was like, oh my God, is she gonna think I'm like mental talking about abduction? So I was like, I've been abducted. And basically Sam said, when Sam gets a yes, her wrist goes like that, her higher self moves her wrist. She was like, oh my God, Andrew, did you hear my wrist? It just cracked. She was like, yes, you have been abducted. So I was like, okay, was it yesterday? So her wrist went again. She was like, yeah, definitely yesterday. And then she was like, oh my God, your higher self's trying to tell me something. So she was like, do you know how many times you've been abducted? And I was like, I think it's 3. And she was like, no, since birth, you've been abducted 23 times. So I was like, okay. So obviously I was really shocked when she told me this. And then she was like, oh, your higher self is trying to give me a message. And she was like, oh, your higher self has just said to me, my higher self, which is my soul, said to Sam, stop calling it abductions because they're not abductions. So she was like, your higher self really doesn't like this being called abductions. So it's asked you to stop calling it abductions. I was like, okay. And then she was like, oh, do you want to know who's behind all your abductions? And I was like, yeah. So she was like, let me find out. So obviously she was speaking to my higher self. And then she was like, I've just found out, do you want to know? And I was like, yeah. And then as I said yes, it just got downloaded into me who it was. And I was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. So the person behind all my abductions with these beings is me. Basically, Sam told me that my higher self had arranged all these abductions. It's part of my contract to be here. And she said that what's actually happening is, and I think I've discussed this before when I had a reading with Elizabeth, there's 4 types of people, spiritual, like star seeds, there's healers, there's grid workers, there's channelers, and there's teachers. And Elizabeth said, I'm actually all 4. Not everyone's all 4. Some people are just one or the other. And to be honest, I thought I was a healer, but she was like, no. And then Sam was like, basically, you're a channeler and a satellite and a grid worker. And basically what's happening is, without your human mind even knowing, Gaia, which is a planet, when I go to the park and ground a few times a day, is like putting codes and energy and light codes into me. And then the beings are taking me, downloading the codes out of me and putting other codes into me to bring down and then put into Gaia. And obviously I would never know this because obviously when I'm in the park and grounding and stuff, my human mind doesn't understand this. I know this is just a lot of information, and this is part of my journey. And obviously they're putting light codes into me, which I'm activating in other star seeds as well as part of their journey, because we're all on a mission to raise the consciousness of Gaia. So yeah, it was like a lot of information, and this is part of my journey here, and it makes total sense because, and I thought this actually when I recorded my video about Peru, like I was like, oh, I'm scared, but kind of not scared, and it kind of makes sense. And I was like, oh my God, most people, they've been abducted by beings or aliens, would be totally freaked out. But I was more freaked out that I thought I was being kidnapped in Peru by humans. So it just really like resonated that obviously that's why I've not been super scared about all this happening to me. And it's almost like my calling. So had my reading with Sam, and also she said to me, like, she sees around me, my higher self was saying that they're not even doors, they're like portals to beings that are working with me to help people in this life. Totally crazy stuff, but totally makes sense because I'm just in sessions recently, I've been just having the most amazing healings and activations, and my clients been meeting their star families or just having epic healings, and so it's just all coming together. My jigsaw puzzles making sense. So obviously I left the call with Sam and my human mind was like, what is going on? Obviously at that point I was like, I really don't want to share this because obviously I'd already shared my last video on abductions, and the night that I posted that to you guys, I had a bit of a meltdown. And then, as I said before, I had a dark soul of the night for 2 days, stressing about me putting this out to the public. But I know it's true, and that's why I've done it. And I always do this, that if I can help one person, then my job has been done. So that night I went to bed. It was like Tuesday night last week. My mind was just the whole night, I didn't really sleep well. And I kept getting a dream to say, you have to tell your story. Obviously for my last video, I might have scared people saying I got abducted by aliens, paralysis on the bed. And basically I was just getting downloads in my sleep, like, you have to tell the truth, that you're part of this, we're all part of this. This will only happen to you if you're contracted to do this. So it's not going to happen to everyone. And I woke up in the morning, I was like, I really don't, like, I was like super stressed, guys. I was like, I really don't want to do another video about this. So I was like, guides and angels, give me a message. So I've actually got a pack of Ascended Masters Oracle cards. So I shuffled my cards, and actually I pulled this card, which is Mary Magdalene. It says, sacred vessel, you are the answer, be guided to your purpose. And I was like, oh, that's not really helping me with, should I tell you guys or not? It's got the book here with the explanation. And it says, take some time to reflect on what you've overcome and see this experience can help many people. Your personal testimony can move others and even mountains. Lean on your creator and know that you're being called to a vessel for the sacred. So it says here, your personal testimony can move others and even mountains. And your experience can help many. So I was like, oh my God, that is confirmation that I need to do this video. And what also I was getting is, even if you're not being abducted, these beings are helping us. They're working on you through the night. Sometimes you may wake up and feel like, there's a weird energy in the bedroom. These beings are high vibrational. They're the vibration of love. They're helping us be the best version of us we can. And yeah, it just, I don't know, it just makes sense why I've not been super scared when, I mean, obviously I was scared because obviously I had no control over my body, but I've not been like having a mental breakdown for days afterwards saying, oh my God, I've been abducted by aliens. And obviously to know that actually I've been part of this. Obviously I know I've worked for the Galactic Federation before as Andreas, my Pleiadian self. Yeah, so there's just a lot of information. I know this is, yeah, but this is the truth. Yeah, and there was another point I've totally forgot I wanted to discuss with you guys. Oh yeah, so after this, I've spoke to my guides and angels, and I was like, when this happens again, I need to be fully integrated into the process. Obviously, if I'm being taken, I want to be able to see. I know I'm going to be scared seeing beings that I've never seen before. However, you need to do it with the vibration of love. Obviously, when I'm awakening, the love that I felt from the higher dimensions I've never felt before. So I've now asked to be integrated into this purpose. Obviously, if I am behind it, that shouldn't be a purpose. And I know this is like mind-blowing stuff, guys, but this could be happening to you. If you're a starseed, it could be definitely happening to you. I'm just meeting so many starseeds at the moment, and they're just feeling like their mission's coming. They're remembering who they are. These are like normal people, guys. People like you'd look up to and go, oh my God, these are like really cool, amazing, beautiful people. Are starseeds, and it could be any of you. And I'm just sharing because this is the message. And I was like, oh my God, I think this is why I got told to do the YouTube by Elizabeth and the download, that I need to be truthful and only share the truth with you guys and not hold anything back from you. Because basically I'm being used as a vehicle to give you guys information. Obviously I've done this Galactic Federation t-shirt. At the time I was just like, oh, it's just a cool alien band t-shirt. And then found out I worked for the Galactic Federation. And also it's really funny that a friend of mine, I had a reading with someone and found out she kept remembering past lives of us together. Basically the person who gave her reader said actually used to work for the Galactic Federation, which explains why we've got such an amazing connection. And yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Wasn't expecting to do a video today, but I just have to tell you the truth. And yeah, that's it. And yeah, if this happens to you, don't be scared. It's for your highest calling, and it's just going to activate gifts. And obviously I feel honored to even be able to give codes to Gaia to help her raise her vibration. And yeah, it's just super exciting. And yeah, so thank you for joining me. This is a bit of a short video today, but I just wanted to go straight into it. Any questions, put them below. I reply back to them. If you feel like you're a starseed, I'm launching my starseed activation next week. I trialed it last week. It was super epic. We went to a spaceship. The person is an Octorian who they found out, and their beings come and they healed her. and she felt amazing. She was like, oh my God, that session was amazing. It was so fun. And yeah, it's just, I'm helping starseeds to activate their true nature so they can go on and awaken and help other people. And also I'm doing my normal healings as well. So it's not all super crazy. Just having beautiful healings with people who really need it and helping calm them down, getting rid of anxiety, just making them feel effing epic and amazing. So yeah, check my website, and yeah, just sending you guys so much love. Thank you for absorbing this information. You might get an activation from it. You might think that is totally crazy. What is he talking about? And 2 years ago, I would have agreed with you, but now there's so much energy going on that we're all going to start seeing this day by day. And you might look back in a couple of years and go, oh my God, Andrew was totally on the money. Even though it sounds like I'm talking about Star Wars or Star Trek, I'm not. You've got to remember these beings are kind of in a different dimension. So like we can't see ghosts, sometimes we can't see them. So when they are working at you at night, they're in a different dimension. So you wouldn't necessarily, one could be sitting next to me now and we wouldn't even know. So, it's not super crazy that we can't see them. Obviously, they're just in a different bandwidth. So obviously it's like the radio. If you're listening to Radio 1, Kiss FM is still playing. You just haven't tuned to that. So that's how the dimensions and densities work. So anyway, guys, you are enough. You've always been enough and you always will. I'm here for you. Thank you for joining me on this crazy journey. I've got a feeling this is just a start. It's just going to get more epic, more crazier. Yeah, and sending you love. I'm not sure if I'm doing a video next week. I might put my the videos, the heart chakra and the third eye activation there, just so you can get a little boost. However, if something happens in the next week, I'll update you. And I just want to say I'm sending you so much love. Happy Wednesday. Have a great day.